Hi, welcome back again for another video on Pop-Up Card Studio by Make the Cut. In the last video I showed how to make this quick and easy simple word card that pops up. A few things I wanted to mention and forgotten is when you have the plain, you have the option, the same as Make the Cut, is changing the colour of the plane. You can pick any colour, just pick the colour, and there you have the plane as blue or any other colour that you'd like. When we made the card, it was 8.5 by 5.5 as a folded card. If you do all this work and then you go, oh, this card's too big for what I really wanted, you can go up here to edit, go down to global orientations, operations, and what you can do is you can scale down your wording. This will scale down the whole lot all at once. You can take this down to, say, 76, and you can take the Y down to 76 and go preview. That shrunk the whole lot, still keeping it on the bottom of the card and the back of the card. If you were to try and do this while you were working, you had to change the plane and the size of each piece. You can go, okay, now I'll change the size of the card. That's easy done. Okay, we'll say we'll want a 6 by, say, 4 high. Type that in, go preview. It still fits in on the side. You could possibly go wide. You could go 6.2 to give yourself a bit of space either side, because you've got to glue it to the other part of the card. It still fits in. If you had bigger words and stuff, you still, when you shrink it down, you've still got to see that it is below your card, your white spotted line. That means so when it's folded, it won't be sticking out the top. Another thing you can do is you can go, alright, so just say I wanted the welcome, that welcome on the card, but I wanted something beside it. Do I have to start all over again? No, you don't. Go back up to global operations. You shrink it down, say, to 81. We'll preview that. We say, okay, we don't want that in the middle because we want something beside it. So we'll go the X position. Go preview. No, we'll take it over a bit more. Say, it's trial and error to see where you'd like to put it. Alright, so we'll take it over, say, to 20. Preview that. And that's as far as it will go. Apply. Just zoom in on that. Holding the Control T down, I can move it up to look at it. Go back. You're not happy with that. You can move it over a bit. Preview. Okay, that looks a bit better. And then we've got room over here to put something. It's not an inch from the back anymore. It's now gone smaller because we shrunk it in proportion. We go apply. Now, if we wanted to put something on this side. That's easy done, because now we've moved that over. We have to decide, do we want it in line with that? Do we want it in front? We'll say for this operation, to show you that you can do multiple layers, these are now back at, they're at 0.6156 from the back, and just say we'll put the thing we want on this side of the card at, say, 1 inch. So if you look, the words will be back here, and whatever you want to put on this side of the card will be this far from the back. So it'll give it more 3D. What we'll do is we'll find something here to go here. You can import an SVG. And we will find, we'll bring in a robot. I hope this is the right one. Yes. Okay, so, right, we don't want him that big. So with the lock in on, we'll go give him a height of, say, 4 inches and push enter. It's still a bit big because we're going to have it here. So say we'll go, say, about 3 inches and push enter. Put him down on the thing. He's just a little bit too much, so we'll go 2.99, 2.90, enter. Didn't have to put the O. And we put him down on the bottom. Now we'll zoom in, and you can see that this now fits under that white dotted line. We'll put him over a bit. Just move him over a bit. We'll go in front of the card, so you can do that by holding the control key down. Go in front of the robot. We'll scroll in. Okay, now, bearing in mind that if we have this robot that big, it's going to take some of the top anchorage off your E. Now that might not worry, or you might think, no, that's a bit too much. So we can take the robot down to, say, 2.5 high, put him on the base, and we can move it over with the arrow keys. Well, we have got the snapping on a lot. Right, so this now, he's just over the E. We can take him up a bit and see that you can still see the E lettering, and it doesn't matter that the anchorage is taking a bit off. So we make sure that's down on the paint, and we'll just move that around so we can check that it's where you want it. You need a bit of space at this side, maybe not that much, so we can bring it over a bit. Just until where you're happy, it's not hanging over off the card. You can move around and you can see that there's still about 1/4 of an inch there. So we'll go, alright, well I like that, so we'll put that there. We'll zoom in so we can see what we're doing. What we'll do now is we need to put some anchorage. So first off, we make sure it's in the right spot. So it says yes, there's no, you can't go down any further. So it's on the bottom of the card, and it's on the plane we're working on. So now what we need to do is make sure that we've got horizontal lines that we want to anchor it to the back. You have to decide, you don't have, you have to check which anchorage you want. We've got a full anchorage across the top here, so we might not have to do any cropping for this bit here, because we might take it from the top of his head to the back. So we go, okay, and then we go, now we have to put the anchors on. We go to the bottom, and that's landed on the 1 inch from the top, from the bottom. All you do is you hold down the Control Shift and you go up. This will go up to every line that's red and turn it yellow, and you keep pushing the button till you get up to the top of his head. Just pushing the arrow up while holding down the Shift and Control key, and we're on the top of his head. His top of his head line has turned yellow. So now what we do is we Control and right mouse button, and then we take the control off and we just roll it down so we can see what we're actually doing. What we're going to do is we're going to take an anchor from his head to the back of the card. So first off, you go over here. You'll get used to doing this, is making sure your snapping's on. You go to the Bezier straight line tool. You go over here to 2-point rec. Once you're on this side of the robot, they're both dotted lines. You go click, release the click, across to the diagonal. It goes across, they're both dotted lines. You go click. Okay, so there we've done the anchor, but we're missing something now. The antennas are missing, so we go back to here and we go move that page down, and they're now back. I only moved it down once. You can move it down to the bottom, or you can move up and down until you get what you need. So now what we have is, now the robot is now anchored both at the bottom, goes up here, gets folded here, and it's anchored to the back. And that's how quick it is to add something in when you've already made the card. You just go up here, name it something different so you don't overwrite your plain welcome card. So now you've got two. Oh, you don't do what I just did. Right, you go up here and you save as, and you go name it something else. Robot, save. So that's now saved. So you've now got a working card. Now I'm just going to go back to me welcome card. So you can go back to the start. That's where we came in. You go save as. You don't have to do that if you remember to save it as a different number and not just say save. Save. It'll ask you, do you want to overwrite that? You go yes. Right. And then we can go back. While we're here, we'll leave that one open because that's where we came in. And then we've got the robot one. And as you've seen, when I clicked on that, because we had used the base card of the welcome card only, the thumbnail is the old one. But that's easy fixed, because all you do now, turn this off. I just get into a habit of turning them off. Okay, get the card into a position that you like. Hold the control key down to move it around. Scroll in and out to the position you like. Roll this card around. Now you can go to the virtual snapshot. Preview. and it'll slowly come up with a new thumbnail of what you've got on the screen there. And once that's up, the export will turn to solid. And you just click on the export, save thumbnail as, and then it's now not saved, so you go save. Now if I was to try and open this again, last time it just had just the welcome. When I go like this, it's now got the robot and the welcome. So that's how quick and easy it is. Instead of starting the whole card again from this card, what I've done was shrunk it, moved it to the side, and then added a robot in. And if you notice that we've put the robot on a different plane level. And that's how simple and easy it is to add. Now, the thing is, now, if we want to now go, alright, that one's saved, we're going to save this as. This is just to get more use out of all the hard work you've done putting in the welcome word. We go, bear. We go, enter. Now what you do, before you go, because now we've called it welcome bear, you can go back here, turn on this, and what you're on is you're on this one, it's selected. To delete that, you just go like this, then you go back to the back, and you Control Shift and the down arrow to get to that level. Once that's highlighted, you can just go cut. Now this card, if you save it now, it's ready to go. Okay, I'll go and get a bear picture, and I'll put the bear. I'll go and get a bear picture and put the bear here, and anchor it to the back, and it's all ready. So you've done the welcome. You've now in just a couple of minutes put a robot on, saved it as the robot. Now you've taken the robot off, and you've got room to put something else beside it. So that's how simple that is. I haven't got a bear. I don't think I've got a bear ready to go on a card yet, so we'll just quickly see. We go up here, import SVG file, and I don't have a bear, but we'll just pretend. Play pretend. Just say that was a bear. You just put that in place. You crop the bottom. Now, if you had something like this, and this doesn't have a flat line on the top or a flat line on the bottom. Now, unlike when we did the welcome, we cropped it. Using the inclusive rectangle. This one we're going to use the exclusive rectangle. Click on that. Then you go underneath and you crop off just a bit of the bottom. I'll just do that again. We'll zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. I'm lassoing just a bit of the bottom to give you me an anchor point at the bottom. And you go up to the top, and we do the same thing. We say do about that much to anchor at the top. Now this is the same with bears or any flowers or anything. You don't have to use like the rectangle like I used inside. You can do an exclusive, and you can go on the outside to get your flat lines, horizontal lines. And so now if this was a bear, we can call this, alright, we'll call this save as light house save. Okay, now with that selected, we go down and probably move it over a bit. Oh, that's too much. When you've got the snapping on, it's only going to go over every 1/4 of an inch, so that's about even where we'd want it. Now it is down on the, yes, I often do that just to double check. Then we'll go, now we need to put an anchor from here to the back, so we go the bottom, we go Control Shift and up, and it'll make its way up to every line that it finds until you see that this one up here is turned yellow. So we now just go over here, the Bezier tool, down here to the 2-point rec, up here to the 1/4 inch. We just go like this, one dotted line, click, and this is how quick and easy it is done. You've just done 2 cards in very little time. Just in altering the size and the position of the welcome, you could put things alongside it. There's things you can put them up higher and then put things underneath it, which I'll show that in another lesson. But I just wanted to show you that there was other things you could do. So we could take a virtual, because at the moment that's still got a robot on it. You can do a preview. And when the thumbnail comes up, that's what it's going to look like when it's cut out of paper. All you have to do is mount it into a folded card. And this export, and you can go export, set as thumbnail, and then you go save. You know it's not saved because it's got an asterisk here. Save it, and there you have another card. So you've got the robot one, and you've got the lighthouse one. So it's endless what you can put alongside your wording, on top of your wording, under your wording. It's the sky's the limit, really. As long as you do stay within your you've got to be in under your spotted white line, and then you can turn it off. You can view it. If we turn off this, it's easier to view. And when the card is shut, folds like that. Just using the control key and the mouse right hand button. Open the card, just like that. So you're having it just under the dotted line. It doesn't hang out the card. And that's so out of the card that I showed on the last video, you now can alter that and change it around, move it, and change the size of the card. If I wanted to change the whole lot of the size of this card now, go here and I could go say we'll shrink it to 81. Keep the aspect ratio. and we go preview, and we'll go, okay, the width, say 5.5, and the height of the card, say 3. Preview, it still fits in. We can apply. We can just check that it doesn't hang out the top. We can either turn on the and this is what I mean. If we open this back up to normal, turn this around, see how this is now above the dotted line, white dotted line, and that is why when it's folded it hangs out the top and you'll be able to see it. So that's easy fixed. All you have to do is go back up here and just say make your card 3.5 high. And see, now it's back under it. So I could have gone, say, 3.2 maybe. So you can just go back up there. 3.2. And, oh, it's on borderline, so we can go back up there. And that way, you keep checking that you've done the work that's under, and you know it's going to work. So that gives you another bit more of an insight into the pop-up card studio from Make the Cut, and you release, and you can click on the button below this video, or there'll be a button on my blog, so you can go to Make the Cut and buy the pop-up card studio. I hope you come back and watch more videos as I post them. I'm going to try and do a few to give you more of an insight. If you have anything that you think you'd like to see me make, and you can leave me suggestions and I'll try and get around to making videos of that and showing that. If you need to see them before I get around to making a video, you always can go to the question and answers in the Make the Cut forum and go to the webinar questions and ask for me to show it in there, and I can show it that week. I hope you enjoyed seeing this quick demonstration, and I hope that you start designing. It's not a hard program to learn. It a little bit of practice and you'll be making cards for all your friends and family. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.